A Change in Mindset. November 10, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Of all the things I have in my arsenal of, wake them up, observations, the one that seems to catch in the minds and heart of people all over the world is simply this: why are you being terrorized by your own employees? These people are on your payroll. So how is it that you are living in fear of your employees and taking orders from them, instead of them taking their orders from you? My mother used to call such a situation, bassackwards. The tail is wagging the dog. The framework of things is upside down. The public employees are defining their own job duties, specifying what they will do, how they will do it, how much they will do, how much they will charge, and fighting among themselves for a bigger piece of the pie, right in front of our noses. It's like we, the employers, aren't even in the room, aren't part of the equation. There's a reason for that. Our government hasn't been in session for decades. So our employees kinda sorta forgot about our existence, grabbed the bit in their teeth, and have been running the show without us, at our expense. Along the way, many of our public employees have become arrogant and crooked and abusive. Entire subcontracting agencies have gone rogue and had their job duties redefined by political party hacks in ways that completely invalidate their role. The U.S. Marshals advertise that their mandate is to uphold the constitutions, but in actual fact, when you call upon them to protect you and your guarantees, they will tell you that isn't their job. The FBI doesn't prosecute money laundering, counterfeiting, interstate bank fraud, or human trafficking. If you ask them, they will tell you that they don't do that and they don't know who does. The CIA thinks that its role is to lie to everyone about everything all the time. They even brag about their primary role as disinformation agents, merchants of doubt, and purveyors of confusion. They go around the country to police academies teaching courses on how to lie. No joke. The DOJ thinks that its primary job is to protect the government corporations at all costs, even if that means trampling on the American people, lying to Congress, suppressing exculpatory evidence, and failing to prosecute known criminals. The BLM thinks its job is to protect the parks and public land from the people who own both, and to charge the actual owners up the wazoo for the privilege of accessing their own resources. And so on and on it goes. That's what happens when you let subcontractors define their own jobs and make their own administrative rules, as if these were laws, and pass on the consequences and the bills to you. About now, you should be shifting in your chair and thinking, something has to be done about this, and immediately after that, you will be thinking, but I am just one little old grandma in Puxatony, what can I do? You can change your mindset. You can declare your proper birthright political status, you can record it, and you can join your actual state assembly as an employer. You can show up for work and take on the job of self-governance. You can tell your employees what to do and how you want it done, and you don't have to go begging to anyone else to do that for you. Imagine that? You can present yourself. You don't have to give away your proxy. You have no need to be represented. And you can mow your own lawn, too, if you have to. When is the last time, if ever, that you sat down and thought about the concept of self-governance? And when is the last time, if ever, that you engaged in the process of self-governance? Yet, this is supposed to be a self-governing, independent nation. How do you think that is going to happen if the employers never show up to work? If the employers let their employees and even the subcontractors of their employees run wild and do whatever they want, according to whatever personal and political prejudices they may have, whose fault is it? The answer to the question, why are you being terrorized by your own employees, is staring at you from the bathroom mirror every morning. Even after people wake up, even after they come to terms with the necessity of reclaiming their birthright political status and join their state assembly, many are still confused and looking around for someone else to blame or take orders from. Self-governance doesn't work like that. You aren't being served by a government. You are the government. There is nobody else to blame. There's nobody to take orders from. There's just work to do, and decisions to be made, and functions to be organized. We receive many complaints from people who are disoriented as they begin the process of self-governance, because it hasn't sunk in that they are responsible for governing their own lives, their own counties, their own states of the union, and their own public employees, too. These folks keep looking around for someone to do their bidding and exercise their will for them, and they are invariably disappointed when they find out that there is nobody here but us chickens, and that we have to do this for ourselves, for our own sakes, and for our children. The right to self-govern doesn't just fall out of the sky. Rights always come with responsibilities and challenges attached. Doing our own work is part of it. Once you accept those challenges, something magical happens. You find freedom and security again, and you also find that you are not alone. There are other employers in the world, and as they come forward and join the state assembly, the dog starts wagging its own tail again.
Learn how to become an American state national or American state citizen by navigating to www.theamericanstatesassembly.net. Links to Anna's articles and resources can be found in the video description box. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing and commenting.